All right, seventh grade. This is lesson 17, adding integers. Okay. All right, we have a reminder. It says be sure to include the negative sign if the sum is a negative integer. It says during a football game, a running back ran back 6 plays. He gained 4 yards, lost 3, lost 5 yards, and gained 5 yards, and lost 6 yards and gained 2 yards. What is his total loss or gain of yards for the game? The yardage may be found by adding integers. A gain of yards is shown as a positive integer. The loss of yards is shown as a negative integer. So we have 4 plus negative 3 plus negative 5 plus 5 plus negative 6 plus 2. One way to find the sum of the several integers is to make groups of two integers and then add. So they grouped up 3 plus negative 4, and that's a number 1. You have negative 5 plus 5, which is 0. And then you have negative 6 plus 2, which is negative 4. And then if I take 1 plus 0, that's 1. And 1 plus negative 4 is negative 3. So he had a total loss of 3 yards for the game. You can also find the sum of several integers, by adding all the positive integers first and then adding all the negative integers. So they took the positive 4, positive 5, positive 2, and got a positive 11. You have a negative 5, negative 3, negative 5, negative 6, and you get negative 14. And when you take 11 plus negative 14, you end up with negative 3. So it's the same answer, just two ways to find it. I apologize for that. So now, let me just do it this way. It says find the sum of negative 5 plus 4 plus negative 6 plus 3. It says make groups of two integers, then add. So they grouped the negative 5 and the 4 and got a negative 1. They grouped the negative 6 and 3 and got negative 3. Now when I take negative 1 plus negative 3, I end up with negative 4. And you are welcome to add that on your calculator if you need to. Don't forget the negative sign. Or you can add all the positive integers and then all the negative integers and combine the sum. So my positives are 4 and 3, negative 5 and negative 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. Negative 5 plus negative 6 is negative 11. 7 plus negative 11 is negative 4. Make sure you get those answers filled in before going on to the next page. All right, you have problems 2 through 6. It says find the sum, use any method you like best. So you get to choose what method you use. Now, on this one, if I grouped them up, I would get a negative 1 plus a negative 1, which equals negative 2. That's an equals. Or I could do all my negatives and then my positive. So I know negative 2 plus negative 8 is negative 10. Negative 10 plus negative 14 is negative 4 is negative 14. And then I'm going to add to that a positive 4, which equals 14. Sorry, guys, 0. You are welcome, as I said, to use your calculator to finish those problems. Just don't forget your negative sign when you're putting in a negative integer. For problems 7 and 8, you need to write down a problem and then solve it. Now, it says the temperature is 8 degrees in the morning. That's like a positive. I don't have to put the positive sign. Throughout the day, it rises 3 degrees. So that's a positive. Then it drops 4 degrees. Drops means negative. Then it drops another 5 degrees. What is the temperature at sunset? Well, if I add my two positives, I get 11. If I add my two negatives, I get negative 9. And I end up with an answer of 2 degrees. Now, if I put a negative 2, that means it's below 0. If it's a positive 2, it's above 0. It doesn't tell us if it's in Fahrenheit or Celsius. So our answer is just 2 degrees. So you're going to do problem number 8 on your own. And then problem number 9 says add these numbers. What are some different ways to solve this problem? Which one seems easiest? Now, you can do it by adding all your negative numbers together and your positive numbers and get an answer. You can do it by crossing out opposite numbers. You can do it by grouping them up by negatives and positives. However, you just need to write the problem and solve it. When you get down to problem number 10, since you are watching the video, I am going to let you not worry about problem number 10. So that's this week or this lesson. Don't forget to finish the whole assignment and then submit to me when you are done. Good luck and have fun.